friends, I'm so excited. I am headed to my subscriber friend girl's house. We have never met, but she has been following my YouTube channel for 10 years, and I'm just so excited to work in her home and meet her above anything. And so before I actually went to her home, I stopped by a coffee shop because I wanted to make sure that I had everything off of my plate for the day as far as at home with Nikki work and things like that done. And so going to a coffee shop sometimes is a great place for me when it's not chaotic there, because sometimes in the morning it can get crazy. But when it's quiet, I love to just go sit, be around a little, people and a great atmosphere. I love a Christian coffee house because the music is always on point and it really just sets the vibe. And I wanted my vibe, and I wanted to be just done with every work thing for the day so that I could focus on my subscriber friend girl. And so I headed to her house, and I have to say, she is absolutely beautiful inside and out. Her family, her husband and her, they're the cutest couple. She welcomed me in her home, and then we got right into it. I knew that I wanted this to be about fun for her, learning for her, and a reset and a refresh. What she told me is that she wanted to go from having a house to having a home. First, let me say I forgot my tripod, so I will be better prepared to film. So this first video in the series is not the best film job, but I will be improving for my visit this week, so don't worry. But we're focused on many wins in her kitchen today, and so it's about trying to get areas established, one, and then get the things for that area in its place. So this drawer here is just like utensils, but it's not in the ideal place here. And in the cabinets, you have some plates here and some plates there. She has multiple junk drawers, which I don't like calling junk drawers in a home. So, but the reality is this is just kind of drop zone for anything goes. And in this section by the fridge, we are going to make this a one-stop shop for her and her husband, where they come here at dinner time and they can get their glasses, their plates, their utensils, everything in one stop, instead of walking around the kitchen for one drawer for this and one drawer for that just to get their dinner and get to the table. So one-stop shop is what we're going for. And so it's about pulling everything out, and we had so much fun just laughing and talking and enjoying each other while we worked in her kitchen and made some transformations. And so again, it was just about little wins, getting these a few drawers done and one cabinet done. And then I'm coming back next week, and we're going to focus on pantry, and we're going to focus on more cabinets in the kitchen. And I'll bring that to you also. And again, the footage will be better because I have my tripod. So again, I want to apologize for that. But I'm talking with her here about just my thought process when it comes to her working tools, because that's the drawer we're working on, is the drawer that's going to have her cooking tools that she can easily access. And surprisingly, as we're talking through what she really needs and what she wants to keep, it's not a lot. When things are just kind of all over the place, it looks chaotic and it looks like a lot. But when you pare down to really what you use, really what you want to have on hand, it really is not that much, right? Sometimes you'll notice that it looks like it's just enough for 10 families, but when you break it down, it's just what you need, and it's perfect. And so she had the organizers, and this is the thing about her house to home. We're not going out shopping and buying organizers and buying this. We're using what she has in her home, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And a lot of times in your home, you have what you need. It's just about kind of taking the time to hit the reset button. And so now that we've done that and we've established where, the location, and what the items she needs in this drawer, it's about just placement, placing it in here so that she can beautifully look in her drawer and see what she has, not putting duplicates if she doesn't need duplicates. In some cases you may need duplicates, like for example with her measuring spoons, she likes to keep 2 sets because when others are in the kitchen cooking with her, it makes sense. Having the linens in this drawer didn't make sense as far as location, so we're taking all of this out, and then this is going to be where she keeps all of her servingware utensils, because she saw a video that I did recently on that, and she really wanted that. She had this organizer here, and because it wasn't the exact size, we just put it in the center, and it still worked because then she had space on each side to be able to put longer items. So even if your organizer is not the same fit for your drawer, Put it in the center and it will work. And now it's about kind of shopping around and getting those serving pieces in there. The other thing that is important is when you have a kitchen and you're kind of starting from this point where everything is everywhere and you're trying to kind of establish places, once you do one drawer, don't feel like you need to go out and because you don't have like all the serving spoons that you want or all the things, please do not go out shopping and trying to fill drawers. You don't want to do that. We want our things to breathe. You want to get through the entire kitchen because you don't know what else is going to pop up, right? And so before I encourage clients, don't do that. But this has now been reset and we've checked this off the list, and we'll come back and reassess once the whole kitchen is done. But it was about setting, what are these drawers for? Does the location make sense? And now move over to our station that is going to be their everyday station, where when dinner time comes, they can come get plates, they can come get spoons, the forks, they can get their glasses, everything in one shop. When they're entertaining guests, they can just tell them this area here has everything they need. Right now, there's all kinds of things in here, from medications to coffee cups to glasses, and so that's one thing that we're kind of removing away, and you'll see where all those things go in future episodes. So now it's about, again, putting her utensils in here, and this is why it's important to really establish locations, because this is how you keep up with what you have. What we actually found is a lot of her utensils had gotten MIA. It may be from husband taking them to work or people, as they're going. It just happens in families. And she had a lot of her butter knives, but the forks and the spoons and the things, they had became MIA. Again, not purchasing anything while we're going on this journey, but it is a mental note to say, okay, now I need to assess my inventory, and these, and we're keeping note of this. But now she's able to see that easily, right? Now even they're able to easily get to the forks and get to the spoons, and so it's in a location that makes sense, right? Everything will be here. The cabinet above will have the plates and the glasses. It just all will work for them in their home. So a lot of times when folks are over organized in their kitchen, they think, okay, I have to have a cabinet for my glassware. I have to have a cabinet for my plates. No, think of it more in how you function for the home. Having one cabinet that serves you in multiple ways. When you eat dinner, you need a glass, you need a plate, you need a bowl, all the things. Instead of having to go to multiple cabinets for that, have one cabinet that just gets everything at that one time. So that's really what I want to share there. Along with, I shared with her my technique for visual organization, kind of how you alternate the forks, the larger forks with the smaller forks, and that's how you can distinguish the forks, but they're in the same cubby, but it just is a simple way to easily distinguish and save space. No more junk drawer, just a space that really is utilized every day. Now right above that, this is where we're going to do that cabinet where we're going to have the plates and the spoons, the everyday, even in the basket there. Now we have all the paper plates and the paper cups, because that's their reality when her nieces and nephew come. They grab paper plates. So that's there. Also, she loved the fact that this was what they needed. Like, this is what she needed. They can open this one cabinet and she has her glasses, she has her plates, she has her spoons, and that's what they need. And so it works out perfectly, and now it's all in one area of her kitchen. So I'm excited to come back in her home next week to work in more cabinets and also her pantry. I can't wait to share with you her pantry. She has a beautiful pantry area in her kitchen, and so I'll share that with you. And if you are interested in working with me virtually in your home, definitely, I will put the link in the description box below. That's actually how me and my subscriber friend girl who are doing this series here first connected. She signed up for a virtual session, realized she was in that session, we realized we were in the same area, and so this just made perfect sense for us to team up to help transition her house to a home. So again, I will put the link down below. If this is something you're interested in working with me directly, virtually, definitely check it out. Have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you at next week's video as we will continue through my beautiful subscriber friend girl's home. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.